All right, guys, I'm back on this, another one of my little ponds. This used to be a pretty active beaver area. There is some sign, it's like I say, it's frosty today. This is the first cold morning. This trap's been in here for, about 3 days, I think. But we went through lots of wind, warm weather, thunderstorms, high winds. My hopes weren't too high. Today, well, I don't know. And you can see there's almost like a crossover there, but with the debris in the bottom, I couldn't set that. I wasn't gonna set that. A little bit of mud where the beaver been pushing it up, all frosty. Got a trap right up here. The only one I put on this dam. The beaver been cutting trees up back that way. And it's just kind of an open flooding. There's a pretty good road right there. The county has problems with that tube right where you can see the opening getting plugged up all the time. They get the county trapper out here and he cleans the tube in this. Oh, and look, we got a beaver here on this little crossover. Got Mr. Beaver, he's been there overnight because got frost on his back. So that's cool, but it's just a little tiny crossover. Looks to me like he was coming, he came up, stuck his head right in the 330 that was on that H stand right there, and he's done. So I'll get him out of there and get a picture of him afterwards. There she is. It's a pretty good sized beaver. It's got about its tail's about as big as my foot, so good sized beaver. Right behind the head in that 330. Got him dead to rights. I hate gloves because I can't turn my phone off. Okay guys, this is the same pond, up a little further. I'll come back into my spot here. Truck parked on the road. I don't know if they're in here grouse hunting or what. I know the guy, he's always out in the same area, but I'll show you in a minute the reason I'm here. Beaver been cutting trees there, up in there. Got one started right there. Looks like, you know, I judge by the height of the cut, it's the size of the beaver. So I'm saying that cut was a good sized beaver, pretty high. That was a good sized beaver, pretty high. Might be the one I caught. You know, they're chewing right there, pretty high. That's knee high. That's a pretty good sized beaver. I'm gonna step over all this stuff and get back here to where they're calling their gazintas, where they goes into the water. See the trail they've been coming up on to get up into here. I got a trap out at the end of it. Let's see if there's anything in it. Doesn't look like this one has anything. Still standing upright. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing in that one. Let's see if I can sneak over here and get a better look. I've had muskrats set them off before. The trap is set off. So let's pull it up and now see what happened. I'm gonna turn you off. Okay, I could have probably left it running. Trap is set off. Nothing in it, so I'll have to reset that one. Got one more over here. Let's see if I can. Made the mistake of trying to come up in a different spot and got snagged in this one. And that trap's still set right there. So I'm gonna turn it off, get that on reset, and we'll see what happens. Hey guys, Greg up here in the North Woods doing a little trapping. I haven't been out much lately, but This is a nice little beaver spot. I figured I'd play around, make a few sets, try to get some pictures of the sets, but this is just a flooding. I don't know if you can see it up there. There's a dam up there, and there's a couple of dams. There's one there and then one up a little higher. There's a house way back there somewhere. Don't know, I can't see it in the picture, but I'm gonna walk in there and take a peek and make a couple sets. There's like 3 different little trickles that come down. I'm sure otter travel and the beaver will travel it and whatnot. So just checking things out. I'll let you know what I find. All right, guys, so I come down here and I showed you a picture of the place before I started. I didn't want to try to carry my phone through here, carrying a pack with the stands and whatnot. So what I did is I just made a couple sets. Now I'll come down here and show you what I got. Definitely nothing fancy. And I figure otter are definitely going to travel these little chutes that go under the road there. So I just, on this one, 330 on a stand, right in the middle, nothing fancy. 15 foot up, another 330 in the sandy bottom channel through there. The dam's right there. There's little offshoots and whatnot, but not real active. But you know, otter, they come and go. And I went over this way. Probably not right this way, but over this direction. Yeah, I'm pretty close to where I'm at. Coming right off the dam. The dam's right there. Little spillway. They're going to come right across that and get caught right there. And then 25 foot or so down where they're ducking under a log. Put another 330 on a stand. And they've already been going under that log. Right there, all sandy bottom. There's a chewed stick in there. And it goes out to these big tubes. Both of those do. There's one over there that does, but it's rusty and stagnant and no clear bottom, so I wasn't about to waste time. So, okay, off to another spot. All right, guys, I'm at a different spot. In fact, the spot I'm going to, I'm going to see if the beaver are down here again. I did set a camera out here the other day, a week ago or so, because it's a spot I caught a bobcat last year, and bobcat season starts on Sunday. But I can't do anything till Monday to set because I got stuff going on the weekend. So I'm going to see if I can set a couple beaver traps out here. See if it looks like the bobcat are around here. And then come back and set it if I can find my trail. All these deer trails look the same, and I got H-stands sticking up out of my pack and they're catching on these branches. Not fun. So anyway, that right there is a marsh that has some beaver huts in it. Creek up there. I'll show you when I get up there. I'm not going to keep this on and rattle through. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so it's kind of tough for me to film this because I'm in some pretty thick stuff. But there's open water all through there up that way, and they're chewing on all these little, whatever you want to call these bushes. I put one right in that little channel there that connects all this to a bigger creek over there. So I figure when I swim up here and do that, come around, maybe I'll get lucky and catch one here. Then I'll go up on the dam and show you the one I put up there. Okay, I'll show you this and see if I can do it without falling in. But this is the little dam out that way. Out in the darker stuff there's a beaver hut. There's some open water by there, but it's not easy to get to. And I'm just walking, so I'm gonna come across here. You can see there's a couple spots. I know I got mink track up here, coyote track going across out there. I'm gonna have to get, when I set my bobcat, I might catch a, there's mink track right there. They're all big, but playing around right here. It's kind of warm out today. Everything's melting. Doesn't look right. Coyote tracks. I know there's a set of bobcat tracks in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. So then up here is where the water opens up and they're going over the dam. You got this big flow right here for a crossover into the main creek, and I put a 330 on a stand right down there. You can probably kind of see it just out in the open all the way to the bottom. If they go over that crossover, they're going through that trap. If they're coming up that crossover, they're going through that trap. So let's see. Okay guys, it's Greg up here trapping in the Northwoods. Yeah, bobcat season started actually yesterday. I was gone, so I gotta make a couple sets today and I'll bring you along for the checks. I didn't film it when I was making it, but I'll show you how crude this set is. Just cubby, because our bait has to be covered where you can't see it from 4 foot straight above. Then I got my minefield of sticks with a trap half-ass covered over underneath of it, kind of boxed in so a cat will step through there. I know there's a cat in here because I've got him on camera, and I also have him, that beaver right there, he already ate out of the cubby. But I got another trap right there in the minefield, and you can see they're not real covered. Beaver leg up in there, some skunk, and some meowch. Leaving them really no, I guess they could squeeze through there if they wanted to. They're gonna go through the opening. They're not that scared. They're just gonna go in there, and hopefully tomorrow I can show you a cat here. Let's see what his cycle is. All right, have a good one, guys. All right, guys, it's Greg back in the Northwoods. I set this place up with you with 4 traps 3 days ago. I set it up before the weekend. I went away for the weekend. It's Monday. And I just figured I wanted traps in here because it looks good. Let's see if I can catch anything. I know there's beaver around here, but are they traveling this little creek? We will find out. So we had one. I thought it was, oh, they're both right there. They're both still set. I'm just leaving them because they're still set, but there's nothing in one there and one there. Let me come across this way. Go to, I got, I think 2 over here. We're about to find out what the word is here. And that one's still set. Right there. Nothing. I figured an otter's gonna come down there eventually. Come right across that dam and that trickle and poof, done. We'll see when it happens. Obviously, another trapper. This was upside down in the on the bank. This used to be flooded. I'm wondering if it's as rusty as it is, if it was lost here. Definitely isn't used. There's no other traps here, so yeah, nothing else here. And there's a chance, being this late in the year, that somebody else got anything that was in here before I got them. There's my other trap right there with nothing in it. So we'll check another spot. I'm back, guys. I set this spot the other day with 4 330s, and we'll see if anything's happened. This is another spot. You can kind of still see it. Those tracks in the ice are bobcat, but I got a friend that's got a set right over near here, so I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna check my beavers. He's got a set down a little further, and I just happen to see he's got a possum in it. Half tempted to ask him if he wants me to fix it, but I don't like messing with other people's stuff without permission, so maybe I'll call him, I don't know. If I can walk across here, I normally wear waders across here because I'll step in something deep, guaranteed, with only my boots on. And when you step in this stuff and go deep, it goes way over knee deep, of course. So I just gotta be careful. This dam has been open like that for a long time, and I just figured they were gonna come fix it. So I put a 330 right there. I haven't been through that one. It's still there. They swim under that branch, right, that deep channel right under that log there, and up. And then got one right there that looks like it's still set. Yeah, that one right down there, if you can see it. And the reflection of the stands right there. It's down below. And I got one on top and one on the bottom of the dam. It looks like maybe I gotta get over there. No, they're both still set. That I would say, you know, otter swimming through there or something, maybe. One on the top side, one on the bottom side, but nothing right now. But that bobcat came right across here, walked across there. One up on the other side where I'm actually going to set. It's where I caught my bobcat last year. So we'll be over there in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back to check a couple more. I just checked one. It's back in there. Nothing hit it. This is just a little flow back by where I was coming to set beaver traps anyway, or bobcat traps anyway. I'll show you the first set. This spot I have bobcat, I have deer, and I have coyote all on camera at the other spot. And my second trap is right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. The stand is blended in pretty good. But the dam is broke right there. I figure they're going to come across there, hit that sand, they're on down into it. They haven't yet. We shall see. Alright, I'm going to turn you off here. I'm going to walk over and show you my... Okay guys, I'm back out up in the little trail. This trail right here, this is one of the bobcats and the coyote everybody follows. And that spot right there where I've got just a little double punch hole set is exactly the spot I caught my cat last year. Now I'm going to come up here, follow the trail on down. I have my camera back on a little tree right back there somewhere. I don't know if it was that one or that one. I think it was that one. And last year I had a set right here. A coyote had dug at it. I just kind of cleaned the leaves out. I'm going to use the same spot. I got a little garland hanging there. Probably scared the coyotes away, but I don't really care. And then I'm going to come down here where I've got the garland hanging. And I'm going to make another set there, just to give me 3 chances if a cat walks through. You can look at one of them. So, all right, I'm going to show you them when I get done. All right, guys, so I showed you that one. You come on down the trail, past my gear. A little bit of garland hanging there. Just a dirt hole set there, that same spot I used last year. On a drag's just hanging in the tree right there. If I get a cat, it's going to be in that tree, I guarantee you. That's okay. They're easy enough to get out of a tree. I came down here and I put garland on that tree there, and I was going to set it underneath that tree. And I saw this and thought I liked that better. There's a chunk of beaver up underneath the pile of dirt there, like a trash pile set. Drag sitting right there. I'm going to toss it off. I'm glad I came back here because I didn't really want it right there. I'll just take this drag. I think I'll just hang it right there. There. Drag's hanging in the tree, chain just flopping down, coming right up beside and up to the trap. Not a big deal. If I get something there, I might have to hunt for it for a minute, but it ain't gonna go far in here with all the brush that I've got around and stuff. Hopefully I have a little bit of snow. So, all right, we'll check tomorrow. All right, guys, this is Greg, Trap Northwoods. That's a set to catch possum or coon. And there, because they come across that log and they come into my cubby and they eat the stuff that I'm trying to catch cats with. Got one trap right in there underneath the sand. And up on the other side, you can see it right through there on the sand is another one. Got some garland hanging inside there. I don't know if you can see it, trying to get pictures. And a piece of beaver meat inside of that cubby that is, if I back up, I might be able to show you. It's just a walk-through bait pen, cubby, whatever you want to call it. And I only do that because if I use exposed meat, I have to cover it from the air. You can't be able to see it from 4 foot above, so you don't catch birds. So that is that. Hoping to see a bobcat. This is my third location. Two bobcat sets basically at each location. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys, it's Greg. I'm back. I'm gonna try to walk you down this. Hopefully we'll catch something. This is actually my spot. I like to catch otter. I normally catch otter here every year. I've caught 2 beaver here so far this year. It's just kind of a creek, and this is the reason I quit doing this, is because putting on waders, jumping in the water, wading through the mud is getting kind of hard, although it keeps me in shape. So it's kind of like I do it because it's not that bad, but get stuck in the mud. Let me get my foot out. I come up, and this is one spot the otter take this little crossover, and of course they haven't yet. There's one trap right there. There's one trap right there in case a pair comes together. Now I gotta get up on the other side. Let's see if I can do this a different way than normal. To go up creek, I have 3 more sets up further. I know the edges get silty. Walk across here, then I drop back in the river and walk up. My trap on the dam is still there, so that's not. Well, yeah, it's still set. I gotta step in right here, which gets kind of deep. Just make sure I don't fall. It's easier to walk here than it is to walk on a side, although this is kind of a pain because it is get up on top of the grass. You can see me going up and down. I gotta figure out where the hard part is. Where the ripples are is normally the hard part. My trap's just sitting there at the dam, blocking that pathway there, and there's nothing in it. I am really surprised that it hasn't sprung, because them triggers are just covered in weeds. But I'm going to leave it alone. Let it be. If something decides to come down the creek and go through the flow, it'll still catch it. And back up here, I could have come across. If I remember right, this gets a little deep. There's another cutoff right here, and one up there I got to trap in, and then I'm gonna. It gets deep and it gets silty. Probably not the best video job I've ever done, but as long as I stay upright, it's a great job. And I see my trap, my H stand up there. I was gonna put one here too, but I didn't. Okay, oh! Just gotta make sure the trap's still set. Yes, sir, trap's still set Right in that opening. I'll leave it for a few more days. Now to decide. My other trap's right there, and I can see it's still set, so I'm not even going over there. It's another little crossover. I'm going back and out that way somewhere. This is the first time I walked up that way. There's another beaver dam. You can walk miles, and there's stair-step dams all the way up through that way. And I'm just trying to get transient moving ones, otter basically, more than anything. So I'm gonna turn you off before I fall down and get on out of here. We'll check bobcats and all that other stuff. Probably not these tomorrow because these are out of ways. I got other beaver traps close to where I go, and I didn't show the one I actually caught a beaver in today. So we'll work on that. Catch you around. Hey guys, it's Greg up here in the Northwoods. I set bobcat traps yesterday, which is actually like the second day of season or whatever. Started on the 10th. I was just out of town, so I didn't set them till yesterday. So when I get back in here, we'll have our first check. Now in this location, I had a bobcat on camera, but I also had a dog. I don't know if it was a wild dog, like just living out here in the woods. I'm a couple miles from my house. If their dog was out running, it was out a long ways, like chasing deer or something. Also a family coon. So this could be just about anything up here or just about nothing. We'll see in just a few minutes. Weather not really that warm yesterday. Got possum tracks right there, so maybe I got a possum. I hate it when you got to take the trash out first, but sometimes that happens. Let's see if there's even anything remotely around. This is a cubby that I took a picture of yesterday, and I explained bait's got to be covered, so that's why I use a cubby. And those are just for coon or possum or something, so I'm not really too worried that they don't look beautiful. That one, the dirt fell in around the back of the trap. Just brush it in a little bit. Okay, I see no tracks anywhere. Nothing in that side. Nothing in this side. The chunk of beaver's still there. Garland and stuff is all hanging there, so we're just gonna leave this alone, get out of here, and go check another one. All right, guys, it's Greg. I just checked one location, and I'm trying to do this in a hurry, and I forgot to record it. So you missed me pulling a great big possum out of one of my cat cubbies and remaking that. And I had a set right gotta find my log. There's a log they cross. The cat's been walking on it. And I set on it. Now I gotta find the right log. This might take a second because I'm coming in a different way than normal. Just a minute. Okay, now I got it. I zigged when I should have zagged. They've been coming across. They walk that log down, jump off, come this way. They're right between there and go up that log, and I just made a set off the side of the log. There's nothing disturbed it. It's just right there. So I'll just leave that alone and go on my merry way. Alright guys, it's Greg in Northwoods. I figured I'd turn the camera on now. I'm getting kind of close, and half the excitement is the initial seeing the trap, knowing where it is, and seeing something in it, hopefully. So I'll keep you on while we walk the last 50 yards and see if we can see anything. So far I don't see anything, but I'm still a little ways away. Sometimes them critters will lay still until you get close, thinking you don't see them even though they're in the trap. So let's see. I really don't see anything. I'm going to come over here and just take a peek. Fresh snow yesterday. I want to see if any fresh tracks are on the trail, on the pond. And I don't see anything on the pond indicating that anything had traveled it last night. So I'm not going to get real close. I'm going to come up here where I can see everything, see what it looks like. Definitely nothing in the first set. Definitely nothing in the second set. I'll just walk right down here. Why not? And definitely nothing in the third set. Right there. So I guess I just go check my beaver traps and get out of here. Hey guys, this is Greg up here in Northwoods. This one yesterday I forgot to put on camera. I had a big old possum in my cubby, and today we'll see if there's anything in it. It looks to me like nothing has disturbed it today. But somebody got to the bait and got it out of there. Trap's still there. There was a chunk of beaver right up there, and it is gone. In that way, who knows? Over the trap, who knows? That trap's still there. A cat would come in the door, I'm pretty sure. What I call the door. But there's my meat right there. So whatever it was, see, there's the chunk of bait right over there, right where they ate the other one. So I'm going to throw it back in there and box this up a little bit and see what happens. All right, guys, we're going to check this again today. It's just a shot in the dark. I know that there's a cat traveling through here. I know there's another guy's got trapped a little bit from here. I just put a set out just because I could, and it's right there, and there's obviously nothing in it. Yeah, so I'll walk out and look at my beaver sets real quick. To find out that the cat was here last night, and I didn't catch him. There's my set right there, and there is bobcat tracks right across this. There's looks like two sets, little ones. Those are it went out and back, went and stopped and turned around. I wonder. I'm trying to see if I see toenails. I don't think I see toenails there. I think that is, if that's a cat, that's an awful small cat. It went up that way. Looks like it's milling around in here for something. I honestly do not see toe marks, although Almost looks foxish because the toes aren't as round as normal-ish. Anyway, something that should have went in my trap came up this way. Okay, now that right there, I think that is bobcat, and it must have turned around right here because it realized it couldn't walk out that way, which it normally goes. Where I got a trap there and there. It did not turn around, it came right here. It must have got its foot wet. There's a footprint there. It come out here somewhere and it turned around and went back. There's a slight chance I scared it this morning. Went back there somewhere. I'm gonna look at these traps real quick and put this away before I fall in. All right guys, I'm back. I'm just going into a spot that I set yesterday. Those cat tracks I was showing are right through that, somewhere over there on the other side of the dam. They cross the dam normally, but it didn't look like they did this time, unless they went somewhere else where the ice was thicker or more of a land bridge to get across. And that's why I set this side, is because, well, increase the odds. I got the one on the other side of the log they walked on, I showed you yesterday. And I got one in here. Yeah, if I make it. And I got something. And it is a bobcat. Yes, sir. It is. I believe it is. It don't look very pretty and it don't look very happy. I just set that yesterday. Oh yeah, that's a good sized cat. And I said that he's been traveling. Oh, and he's pretty. That one's going home with me. Yeah. He's in there good. Nice looking, decent spotted cat. Hi, kitty. All right, well, that works for me. So my intuition, because right over there somewhere is where I saw the tracks. And I believe that is the critter. Decent spots, decent cat. My season is pretty much done. I may just leave him here for a minute, go check my other one, because if I have a bigger or prettier one, so I'll take a couple still pictures and I'll come back to this in a minute. But that set was made just a little dirt hole overnight right by that tree. There's a trail that runs right here. Not a very big trail. And right on that way. And I set that trap 4 inches off to the side. And there he is. All right guys, Greg up here in the North Woods. Coming up on a couple of sets in a different location today. And since I got one cat today, these are gonna be deemed inactive, or actually I got coyote out here too. If I catch a cat, I'll have to release it, but I'm trying to get the coyotes out here too. Coyotes are more of a challenge for me, and I don't know about you, but cats seem to be pretty easy compared to coyotes. Just me. So it's looking like there's one set right there. Nothing has disturbed that at all. One set right here. Nothing has disturbed that at all. And I know the other set hasn't disturbed because of the chain is still up on the tree. And I got coyotes walking the same trail. Trail goes right on down. It's a lot like the other trail, only this is a little better trail, a little more. I got pictures that goes all the way down to that pond. I showed you that before. Got pictures of coyotes. In fact, this is where a coyote had dug up, and there's coyote scat right there. And he is pawing around here, but made a set right there. We'll see. I'm gonna get rid of that garland now. So, all right, have a good one, guys. All right, guys, here in Michigan, we got the tag, as you all know. I got it all notched out, legally tagged, legal to transport, and officially as of this afternoon I can catch no more bobcat in the lower peninsula in this area. So, all right, we got her done. Have a good one, guys.